Without further ado, let's just jump straight into the second game of the day. We'll just activate some volume there. There should be in-game sound now. Yes. No. Maybe. Hello. I think we do have in-game sound. It's just that there's nothing happening right now. But interesting first game. Swarm played it really, really well. And interesting to me that Swarm is actually not going where they normally would go. Because we saw them for the entirety, pretty much the entirety of Contenders, sorry. We saw them dropping up and around Yasnaya, but the fact that they go far south now, that's a little interesting. Look at how many teams. Look at how many teams are down here. That's a that's what I like to call a cluster. That is a cluster of teams. So Swarm are down here. Personal Courage down here. Venconas are down here, kind of. And then, of course, we also see Unseen. Kebabs already spraying away, trying to see if they can get themselves some early kills, but Minox gets to go away. Kebabs, they're far up north. I mean, they're just a lot of teams fighting very early on, and that just that's another, not proof necessarily, but another statement that things are clearly a little out of hand. I mean, there's nobody's really had a chance to prep themselves for the teams they're up against here. I mean, and if they have had, it's been a very little. Fenerbahce once again on the run. Kebab scared them off of out of shelter. So just overall, it's been a very very chaotic setup of everything here. That's unfortunate. Oh, there you go. Nice save. Nice save. Nice save. So we have Animal Slayer, and we have Slayer of Animals, and then we have Call Me God and Help Me God. That's a nice duo, two duo. I would assume two duos that have gotten together and started playing. That's a good mix of things. And they still have not looted anything yet, so hopefully they'll be able to find somewhere to get that going for them, because it is a little difficult to win these sort of games if you don't have any loot. And then we have here Swarm. I mean, they were alone early game last game, or at least they're scared of the people that came close. I think it was Houston who got taken down really early last game, but now they're fighting again. So a little interesting to see Personal Courage twice in a row getting contested this early on in a spot that's, well, I mean, at least normally not that contested. We do see farm splits in the most lobbies, but having two teams commit to, like, land down, not only see it but commit to it like this, that's not something you see done too often. But then again, I mean, if we have Yasnaya teams or Pojinki teams, if you have a Therapy team like you see in the knockout gaming, there's not a whole lot of places to go. Like, once you're out of the parachute, if you realize there's a team going with you for the same area, there's not a whole lot of places you can kind of disengage to from there, unless if you want to land in the middle of the forest and not really have anything accessible. So it makes sense that that the fight went down the way that it did. Phosphor didn't just want the knock, he wanted to secure the kill as well. He was able to do that too, so that's going to be a one kill secured, at least for Personal Courage. Drone, he wants to make the run off, makes perfect sense. He does have weaponry, but they're tucked on the back and he's making the run far away. He does not want to go down early. They already lost one player, and now coming off of a win, that's just not what you want to have happen. I mean, you see it so many times where a team wins one game and they get last place the second, but hopefully that's not going to be the case for Swarm as they look to stay in the mix here. Fenerbahce, they're driving down. They want to get themselves some more vehicles. You see PSD and Sunk, they're still far up on the eastern side. And then you have Kebabs, they're getting looted up, and everyone else is kind of splitting off in the center. Venconas is splitting around Shilda. You have two teams splitting around Farm. You have a Therapy split. You have a team in Pachinki. Everything is just, well, yeah, not chaotic necessarily, but it's pretty condensed, pretty stacked with teams in the center area of the circle. Sure, they're split out, but that also just means that for you to start rotating in that direction is not going to be easy at all. Calendar actually got spun out by his teammate, and Trike with a double headshot coming in on towards Shaxi. That is going to be a Fenerbahce player down extremely early. Holy headshot. That was well connected right there. It's always tricky. Sure, he might have been driving in his direction, but landing a double headshot tap like that is never easy at all. Huge potential. Didn't get so much going their way last game. Oh, now he doesn't even get the crate. Oh, does he get it? There you go. He does get it. Groza, do you want it? Oh, watch out. What? What? I guess he just got pulled down by the crate. Watch out, guys. You never want to stand on the crates, and now it flips down. Fortunately, he didn't get knocked. I don't even know if you can get knocked by a crate like that, but fortunately it didn't happen. Could have been interesting though. Could have been interesting. Got airwaves far out east. Vanconas, they're again still split in and around shelter. They got some pretty good compounds in there, and they might want to worry. I mean, one thing is you can sit 4-4 split early, but when you're 4-4 split with at least 3 of the 4 positions being in such high priority as they are, it could make things a little tricky. Could make things a little tricky for anyone else wanting to get in. And I think that's why you see Test as well coming on over. They're realizing, you know what, there's no way for us to sit 4-way split like this. Let's just bundle up. Not necessarily sit 4 guys on top of each other, but bundle up to a certain extent and then find a place together. That's a little easier to do. Saxe and Phoenix, they had some really good shots connected last game, got themselves a 3rd place as well. And of course, they want to see if they can continue to perform in that order. They got themselves a good compound early on, and they already had to leave for a long time. But even when they did, they managed to get out, get some room, and then unfortunately were taken down in the end. EFSA now shooting with the sky over towards Misa. Misa wants to go out and say, you know what, buddy, you can shoot at me, but I'm going to shoot at you in return. And actually it manages to connect quite a few shots. And now Wizards, they have to figure. I mean, obviously, Misa knows that he landed a lot of shots up towards the Kebabs players. But the question is going to be whether they want to continue the chase here. Because, well, I mean, it was quite a bit of blood coming out of there. So for O'Connell, does he want to continue to hunt that US? Or does he just want to say, you know what? They're low, but that's a wounded animal. We'll let it off for now, and then we'll go find it later on when the engagement comes up again. Could be interesting to see if they're gonna try to sort of charge after, or just let them run off. Drone realizes he has neighbors, the newly moved in neighbors from Phoenix. Doesn't want to have him or let him have it easy. Seems like Kebabs, they're managing to get out of there safely as well. Nice little camera fly over there. MFS also under a lot of fire. That's a headshot coming in right there. Unfortunate. Not the kind of start you want to have Misa shooting from the vehicle as well. They're not letting him have it easy. You shot at me, I shall shoot back at you. They're chasing and chasing and chasing. But well, I mean, it didn't really pay off in the end. Not inside the circle yet either. Test now going down. That's going to be Menox from Apex securing the first knock. But they're under a lot of fire immediately as they start shooting. You saw Apex, they were shooting over towards Vanconas. Got a knock onto Test as well, but immediately after, last crew starts spraying on down a bit further down west from the shack hill down there. Corp gets a knock onto Track. That's not the way you want to start things up. Actually gets the finish up on towards him as well. So that's a player gone down early. Track did manage to get himself a kill, but not a whole lot more will come off of that. And now Tony. BenQ has the angle on towards Song down behind the tree and don't want to give that position up for sure. Question is going to be whether they want to push up on it or no. Oh, that's a headshot. Nate coming in towards Tony. Gotta watch out. That's, oh my god, he's lucky that Nate did not bounce down from the roof. He almost jumped into it with his face too. Very, very, very close there. 12 HP remaining. He almost jumped straight into the explosion. Could have been really crucial because that could have allowed them to push down the hill, but fortunately stays alive. Everyone's centered up, only Wizards and Kebabs out, and oh my lord, guys, we got military. No, Denator is the only one expecting it. Denator is ready. We're going, boys. It's gonna go south. Everybody get in your boats, get moving forward. You need to get the hell over on the other island because that is where things are going to go down. This is interesting, an interesting development. Not something I think anyone would have anticipated. Not something anyone would have realized at all. And you know what? Honestly, it would be the funniest. Imagine how many people are gonna die now trying to get over. Minox is gonna be the first guy down. Just to see the circle shift back north again afterwards. That would be absolutely horrible. But also kind of entertaining. Drone tries to make the runoff. He goes down, broken. Going down almost in return. Houston makes the run in the open. Now he's going to be caught off. That's the issue. You don't want to start spraying if you don't have some sort of cover. He does manage to find himself a tree. Broke and taken down immediately. Kofest with the connected shots with the mini and all of us. Wait, is he knocked on the boat? No, he did fall down. Okay, I was just going to say like, wait, what? Alia Left, right. Dodge all the bullets with your boats. Try and get over. This is not going to be easy. Not going to be easy, but seems like he does manage to get over on the other side. Shots still being fired towards it, but well, I mean, at least lift for now. Denethor, a lot of shots connected. No knocks coming in just yet, but that's one, that's two. What a great spray down from Denethor. You can see Slayer constantly swapping seats. 2, 4, control 2, control 4, control 2, control 4. Constantly swapping between the seats. It does not want to get taken down, but well connected with those 2 shots. But not a whole lot more to it. You got Phoenix up on the north side. They haven't really committed or gone over on the other side just yet. Now all of a sudden Ghost Legion are starting to fight as well. Mary taken down. T-Toxic finished off as well. And we have taken so many casualties off of this shrink right here. That is a... an unfortunate set of circumstances, and we have some of these teams that are still sitting up north. One of them being Art of War. They're up here saying, you know what, we believe in the northern hard shift. We believe in the northern shift. Let's not go back down to military. Then when they're, I don't even know if there's a chance, honestly. If the circle center has to be on land, then yeah, it's gonna be. There's a very, very, very slim chance, maybe, that it could go there. Mocha and Dickory, last crew, securing 2 kills. I mean, at least that kill on a knock. On towards Personal Courage, and Amara is now making the run on up. We didn't see a whole lot from Venkona's last game. Test did get himself a few kills, but I think that was about it. And also Venkona's, I mean, to me, they're one of the teams that have had the hardest time in contenders. They never really seemed to get things under control until the very last week, actually, of the group stages. They had a 400... I believe it was, no, 400, Jesus Christ, 14 kill victory with some really, really smart rotations and whatnot on their team. So hopefully that can transfer over to this lobby, and they can continue things going in their favor. But it's nothing is well, I mean, nothing is guaranteed, nothing is sure whatsoever. What is sure though is that we're going to be seeing this next circle in just a short moment. Wizards, they've taken control of the western bridge. They're going to be sitting there trying to prevent anyone from getting over. And where are we going, guys? It's going military. It's going to the east side of it as well. This is one hell of a rough shift for 99% of these teams. I mean, of course, they kind of knew it in the previous one, but this one going military, that's not going to be easy whatsoever. Mise trying to hold off any potential pushes coming in. They have control of the west side here. They could just rotate over whenever they want to. Faye trying to make the drive on through, but Test and Cop saying nope, that's not happening. And now already tried to make the run down towards the water. You're almost there, buddy. John Lee Woo vehicle, it's burning, it's under fire. Man, this seems to me like they're gonna be in for a rough run if they want to make the drive on down. John Lee somehow still alive. T-Bone now taking the vehicle as well. They want to get going. Draco Unity, they get finished off. EFSA secured the kill in the end. The Wizards, I mean, they didn't lose the kill, but they didn't get the kill that they thought they were going to. So not the kill that they would have wanted there. Mocha tries to make a run on back now. He has his teammates down by the compound, and they not only need to take them down, but they also need to, at some point soon, I would assume, make the rotation on over. AKA skills peeked out from the smoke, and Phosphor took no time to take him down. That's the thing. Well, just because you're in a good position, you might want to start taking those shots, but they don't always. I mean, you always gotta wonder. Okay, so once I've started shooting, he will know where I am too. I need to either get the knock instantly or have somewhere to run to should I not be able to get that knock so quickly. And sometimes you see it happening where they spot a guy, they start shooting without really wondering what's gonna happen once they've started shooting. And that's when they get caught out in the open. Goldby taking down the last 3 players. Alongside APTY from Fenerbahce, so they'll go down early. Hickory makes the run on up, but they're sharing this compound now. They're sharing the house jab. He was not able to take down the last remaining player there, unfortunately. So that's a lost player, and Havoki sitting up here all by himself. Gabby is in a rough spot. He needs Smokers to come over and help, but they're split kind of apart. And it seems to me like, well, I mean, people know of Havoki's position too. He's trying to dodge all these bullets, but the entirety of Venkona's know where he is. Test is shooting from out in the blue. You can see him sitting all the way down there in Milta, shooting up towards him, and Cop is just slowly walking forward. Nate now coming in as well. Tries to throw the underhand over the wall. Not going to be far enough at all. Not going to be far enough at all. More nades thrown. Is a lot of utility burned trying to get this kill without having to peek. Of course, it is beneficial when you can get these kills, but that's the 4th nade he throws. Should it go down towards him? No, nope. Goes a bit too far. And More now pushing over the hilltop. Wants to help out, and down goes Savoki instantly. So that's going to be Apex eliminated. Hoach goes down as well. And we're back to this fight once again. New circle is going to pop too. Of course, it's going to stay south, and it's going to benefit both Kebabs, Wizards, and the players from Ghost Legion that have managed to stay put in there. Hickey goes down. One more player to be dealt with, and Moke and Jabby gets themselves the double kill there. So personal courage, despite the fact that they lost 2 players to them, they do manage to secure themselves the northern side up here. They do still have Vanconas to deal with, though, and that's going to be an issue because I think all the boats are gone at this point. So they will need to try and get up towards that bridge. At least they are on the side of the circle that it's shifted to, so they don't have that far to go. But it is, it's not going to be easy, let's put it at that. It's not going to be easy at all, but good hold off there in the end, getting the double kill. And at least some sort of room for themselves. Memo has the boat, but I don't think it's, is he trying to nade the boat into the water? 200 IQ boat nades? Is that what's happening? I mean, if that's what you want to do, then you have to hit the boat. 2 nades thrown, and then none of them hit the boat. So that didn't work. If you had a vehicle, you could drive it into it, but... oh, there's a vehicle over there, but you cannot drive it all the way over. And I think they're trying to figure out right now how the hell... Guys, come down and help. I need help. We need to push this boat in. Memo, I don't think it's gonna work. Can you punch it? Can you punch a boat into the water? Now more nades are coming in. I mean, they're just gonna end up exploding the boat in the end. It would have been great had it worked, but I think they're... I mean, with 3 nades thrown down on it... Oh, actually, nope! Memo, you got the boat in the water and you knocked yourself too. And now the circle is coming. I'm not sure he's gonna be able to get rest here. I'm not sure. Oh no, Saki was on the top and he shut down at them. Wow, Memo. The idea was so good, but as you can see, Saki from Phoenix, he's sitting up there. He's just waiting to take them down. And BenQ and Mim were like, what in the actual universe is a Phoenix player still doing over here? He's all by himself. His entire team is on the other side. And now the fight happens, and BenQ lives to see another day. Has to take the boat now. Get the hell off of the main island. And Saki can just sit there and say, oh well, at least I got 1 kill. That's unfortunate. His entire team made it over, but Saki was the missing link. There was no room for him in the boat, and down he went. He did manage to take out Memo, but unfortunately not a whole lot more to it than that. Interesting that he was forced to stay back when his entire team managed to make it across Riddle. Since then, once again, we've seen him really active with the SLR. Now Clip Charms in as well. So 2nd place last game, and they're getting kills this one as well. Airwaves go down. BenQ ran himself over with the boat. That's unfortunate. I don't know exactly how that happened, but it happened. So that's going to be their team out. Wizards, T-Bone Arrows secure themselves not only 1, not only 2, not only 3, but 4 kills on towards the Kebabs team. I mean, for Wizards, that's the thing, right? Wizards, they had such a good thing coming into the tournament. They had like really good qualifiers, but then once in Contenders, they just, I mean, every time they had something really good going, they kind of fell off on other sides. So now, I mean, hopefully they can get all those puzzle pieces of success charmed down together, so they can get it all going coming into hopefully for them to the phase 2 of the Contenders League. Circle could center up, would benefit Alia, the last remaining player from Swarm. Not exactly centered, but still inside that Wizard. Swarm won the last game, and Alia is the last remaining hope. They'll get into a top placement in this one as well. Mocha spotted out Amorous, didn't want to start shooting yet. Teammates start shooting, and more goes down immediately. Jab double headshot coming in right there. Jab, ooh, has the angle of the Cop as well. 1 tree for cover, not a whole lot more. Test gets down Clip, but runs him over with the Dasher in the trade-off. So I guess that went 1 for 1 in the end of things. Only 22 players alive. This game I had not predicted to go military off of that first circle. But then again, I mean, you never know exactly how things are gonna unfold, do you? That was an interesting turn of events. Test gets finished off. I think Clip might actually be able to live to see another day here. Yep, he does. He does manage to stay put, fortunately for him. Cup trying to crawl over to his other knocked teammate, but Mook is saying, boop, that's a hole in the smoke. I will utilize that to get myself a point secured. And Amorous now being up close like that Could be the surprise position that Jabby and Moke might not be expecting. They only saw... No, actually, no, that's not true. That's not true. Jabby and Moke saw the Amorous prone down closer. Slayer goes down. Knockout Gaming gets knocked on out. In 9th place, they go. T-Bone once again active in the kill feed and secures himself. I believe his 4th kill at this point. Pretty good start for him here. There's, of course, still 19 players alive, so nothing's guaranteed for them as far as placement goes. But there's a chance. There's a chance that they could rack themselves up some more. Mirmor gets finished off, and now Amorous prone down here. As I said before, Mocha saw him earlier getting prone down here, so they must have the info that one more is nearby, and they've only been knocks for them so far. So they must have the info. Now Wizards, you see them on the top left side of the map there. They're making the run on in. They have a downhill push to make in towards the compound that Phoenix is sitting in. And well, I mean, the only thing they can really do in order to get there is going to throw a lot of smokes in that direction and then make the run on forward. That would be the smarter play. They're actually going to try and use the beach all the way down, and it kind of makes sense because normally that'd be a team in the forest side on the other one, on the other side of the forest, but there aren't. So or there isn't. So they will have at least some sort of a path to go to. You can see the forest side just north of where we are right here. It's completely open. So Wizards, could they make it safely around the compound, they might just be able to get into the safe spot. Sinsen, oh, this is a peek shoot. Headshot comes in towards Moke, and that's going to be him forced to stop and get the heals going. And Sinsen obviously seeing that one connect. It's going to buy him a little more time, and the Riddle players to figure out, look around and see where should we go once or if this circle shifts away from us. Sirong, down, Clip connects one more. Riddle, they've been on fire. They've come up to a good start, and somehow, I believe... Oh, not exactly. Exactly not. I was going to say somehow Mocha and Jabby is still inside the circle in the grammar house up there, but not quite the case. They will indeed have to move on out. They can go down in the rock formation, but that's where Wizards' position is going to be so tricky. And for Wizards right now, having been able to push all the way around Phoenix, that's just going to make things so much easier for them. They're now going to be positioning themselves in a spot where they can just sit up there, they can look on down, and they can say, guys, you know what? You just shot at us before. We'll just sit here, we'll just wait for you, and you have to come on out in just a moment. Elia, still alive. We'll have to make the move on out there, and as you can see... huge potential. They have spotted them out down there. Appeal. Trying to do some sort of damage. And if you guys are wondering why it's blurring out sometimes and then getting back on, then blurring out and get back on, it's not the quality in the game. It's the clean feed quality that might be jumping around a little bit every now and again. So don't worry, don't worry. Well, I think they spotted out Sinsen inside the Wizard there. Just waiting for him to potentially leave so they can get the shot. And they need a good knock. They need some damage done. Ghost Legion if they want to make the run on up here, because they're kind of by themselves down south. And if they realize, like, if they let Riddle know that they're there without doing any damage, then it's going to be so hard for them to really get anywhere forward. Misa, nade in hand, thrown on forward as well. Will it go far enough? Actually, it does go far enough. Does a lot of damage, but not enough to get the kill. Golby is running over on the other side of the road now as well. Alpha goes taken down, and Amorous is there in the position to take down Golby too. That nade could be damage, and it is. Pure damage. Misa not only one, but 2 kills with that one. Spent the first nade to try and figure out the angle, but the call came in that had to be thrown a little further, a little more to the left, and that's a double kill that they needed. Really good job with the nade thrown right there. Venconas out in 6th they go, as Mocha secures the kill. We talked about before how Mocha knew he was down there. It's just waiting for him to make the push on forward. Was a guaranteed kill there. Now Misa, I mean, for Wizards, they've come off to a really good start here. Moon has the growth, so it's up close battle type of weapon. Has the ghillie suit as well. Probably won't grant him the surprise element for that long, but at least long enough to do some damage, but not going to be enough to get himself a kill even. Sirong not at all in a position to help out his teammates, but now Peel's coming up to try and do some sort of damage towards the Wizards player. So Connell goes down, Misa there to trade the frag. And Sirong holding the back was just not at all in a position to help out his teammates. Now he's under fire too. Really tough position for him to do anything from it. There were only 3 guys there actually. T-Bone was holding the other side. So had they got themselves 1 or even 2 more knocks, that could have been a really good fight going for huge potential. But Sirong was not at all there to help out, and that became the death of them in the end. So just 10 players alive now in a, I guess you can say somewhat surprising military game. Wasn't expecting it to go down here, but it did nonetheless. T-Bone, does he want the crate? Does he want to make the run on out? Probably not. He has seen Jap, he has seen Mocha, and my I mean, I'm expecting him to want to try and see if he can contain them. They're both running on foot. They've obviously seen each other, and now shots are being fired as well. Mocha has been spotted down behind the one tree. Can he get an angle on the side to maybe spot an arm, a leg, or anything? That's a good crate, honestly. It's a really good crate, but at this point in the game, I'm not sure anyone's gonna either want to or be able to try and make the run for it. Mocha down really low, and Misa actually goes down now. They overextend a bit, trying to get some info, but Riddle come up and saying, you know what, you can stand still and start looking around all day long. I will abuse that, and both Sinsen and Clip has been landing some really good shots so far. Siron gets himself a knock onto Arrows as well, and all of a sudden, Wizards not in the best position anymore here. Huge potential. Down in 4th place. They managed to get some kills off of that one too, so good job, but not a whole lot more to it than that. Now Wizards, though, they got one guy knocked, got one finished off, or before as well. I believe Misa got finished off. So for Riddle, still being 4 guys up, they could make their push up here. I mean, they got 2nd place last game, Riddle, and now they're looking to do it, or potentially get a win too in here in game 2. Jab and Mocha, they've been able to stay put for a long time. They're just chilling, waiting out, no stress whatsoever for them. They're just gonna hold the fort and wait out this one. Nate's coming in. Oh, this is a greedy rest, but they managed to get it. They know that they're not close enough to do the damage needed to finish them off, so smart priority there. They threw the smokes, they weren't going to push through them themselves. Eros just on the edge of the blue here, gets boosted up as well, so should be able to reset for a fight potentially happening. Jab and Mocha, they're the well, I mean, they're the duo right now that's just going to wait it out. Hope that the other teams are going to start engaging each other, and that they can make a play off of it. Just gonna wait it out potentially. I mean, they're kind of far away too, so should they even have a chance of third party, it could actually be that they would be too far away to be able to do it before that fight would have ended. The thing right here though is that with the circle going north, Riddle might just say, you know what, we know the Wizards are east, but we don't really know what's northeast of us, or west, I mean, sorry. So they could just want to push over towards the right side, and that's actually kind of what's happening. You see Hannibro down here, he wants to go, at least it seems like they want to go clear the east side rather than try and push Wizards in the west, because it's out of the circle. And look at the spot he has to run into if he wants to go straight up. I think he wants to go down this way instead, and it seems like that's actually what's happening. So Jabby and Mocha might just be in a position to try and take out Riddle should they be coming down their way. Clip with the M24 needs to land some of these shots in order for them to get some room to work with. Arrows is still playing the backside on the west. He could be the surprise factor here. I think they are expecting the entire Wizards team to have made the run back up north. So if Arrows times it right, he could potentially get down a couple of players, or at least land some shots down towards Riddle that could catch them off guard. But for Mocha and for Jabby, just proning, still outside the circle. Not in a hurry at all. Crawling on forward now, Arrows. And he's just proning it out. I mean, he's gonna wait until the real engagement starts, then he's gonna pop up and start shooting like a madman. At least that's would be my that's what I expect to have happen. Nate's been thrown forward. Sinsen gets in. Underhand throw Nate, they know now exactly where he is. Goes a bit too far too. Clip spots him out, and that's going to be Aris down immediately. That Nate thrown sort of gave up his position, and now O'Connell all of a sudden under fire as well. Good shots connected by Clip, getting out only one, but 2 knocks coming in. Again, the Danish power being shown off right there. And T-Bone, he needs to buy himself a lot of time and make some room for himself. This is the 2nd game in a row that Riddle actually go double digits. That's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. But can they take home the win off of it? Jabby and Mocha, they had a chance for third party, but as I said before, they never really moved up when they had the chance to. And now they, well, I mean, if they want to do anything to engage in this one, they have to do it now, because Riddle's still 3 guys alive. They could just get the kill on T-Bone, reset, and then be ready to take down Jabby and Mocha as well. T-Bone is proning it out. Spotted one. Did you see him? And he got spotted immediately by Sinsen too. And now Jabby and Mocha, 8 kills for last crew as well. 8 kills for last crew up against Riddle. Riddle twice in a row in a top 2 position. Really, really, really impressive plays coming in from them. Sure, they did loot military. They didn't really have to go that far, but I mean, they made it work when they had to. Mocha 1v3. This is gonna be easy. Gets on the first knock though. Jabby, what can you do? What can you do? Gets damage done out towards one more, but Hannibro said nope, ain't gonna happen. Sinsen as well with the final finish of 13 kills. 13 kills and a win for the Riddle team. Really, really impressive. Really, really, really impressive. And with that, I think we